and welcome and good morning to Dawn Patrol. So it's taken me till about 7 AM to get out here, but I did load up my bag last night, so I am able to enjoy my coffee in a bit of peace. That's a better angle. And my voice is very low because I'm waiting for my coffee to cook. See, that's how tired I am. I'm waiting for the water boil so I can make a proper cup of coffee in my cafetiere. And it's a way how all civilized people make coffee. And you can probably hear all the birdsong, the dawn chorus. And I've come all the way down here. Let's see if I can do this right with the gimbal. All the way down here into the woods. So yeah. Because this is the only time that, I mean, the sun is quite far above the horizon, it has to be said. It's about an hour after actual dawn. It's 7 AM on a Saturday morning when you don't have to get up. It sure feels like dawn to me, and it's getting its act together with being green out here. And I'm assuming it's in focus. But there we go. I haven't had my coffee yet. And this kind of voice is the voice you would get used to if you were one of the few unfortunates to have ever gone wild camping with me. This is how I sound early in the morning. It's not that I'm not chipper or pleased to be here. It's just that it feels like it's very early. But yeah, but this is why I've come out. Woodland without people, pretty much. So I've come out super early. The woods are pretty empty. I'm in a bit where if I go by the amount of litter I can find, there's probably not that many people going to come past. So yeah. And that little beach over there is where I sometimes end up when I'm filming a bit of Go Game, blaring on about stuff. So I'm going to come back in a bit when the water's boiling. Yep. Now, given that this is a kind of a profile thing, I could film it in vertical mode. I could put this rehabilitated iPhone into vertical mode. I could, but I'm not going to, because I'm not a heathen. I'm not going to mess around your viewing angle just so I can make it look like it's on bloody TikTok or something. We don't do that. And I'm waiting for the water to achieve a rolling boil. Now, contrary to popular belief, there's two reasons for a rolling boil. The most commonly accepted one is so that you make sure that most of the bacteria is dead. The second reason is so you're not an idiot and you don't have to put your fingers in the boiling water to figure out whether it's boiling water. You can see it's boiling water. There it is, look. That's a rolling boil. Don't touch your water until you've done that. I'm going to go away because I need both hands to do my coffee. See you in a tick. And if you are using a Coke can meth burner, wait till the thing goes out. If you've put a lot of fuel in it, that means that you've got fuel to cook something else, or you just wait for it to burn out. Do not attempt to touch it. Do not aggravate it. It's, the clue is in the fire. Do not touch the fire bit. If this is where you learn how much fuel you need to put into it while you're doing coffee. I haven't done this for a while, so I did put quite a bit of fuel in because I didn't quite believe that the water would boil that quickly. So now all I'm doing while I'm waiting for my coffee, which is in a cafetiere because I'm civilized, and I know that in a survival situation I wouldn't have the luxury of fresh ground coffee in a cafetiere, but I'm just literally coming from my house walking into the woods, and really good coffee is always worth it. So yeah, so I'm just going to sit here and wait while that goes out and while the coffee takes its 3 minutes to brew. Yeah. Dawn patrol is not going to be about me running around, because at dawn I don't run around. I have my coffee. So yeah. So this is a much more slow-paced version of what I would normally film, because I'm a slow-paced version of myself at this time in the morning. So yeah. And I hope you're getting all this amazing birdsong and the raw beauty of the woods when it's not being messed up by humans or polluted or littered in. There we go. I'm not even going to pretend that this is some kind of prehistoric survival situation. It's just a dude in the woods chilling out, inviting you along. So I get that it's not going to be tremendously interesting. I get that some of you may not be overly thrilled with the pacing of this video. I will let you have a look at the Jiun Smooth 4. But yeah, it's rather nice. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, still waiting a few more minutes I think for the coffee. Needs to soak in and be really strong, because I haven't had anything to eat or drink yet this morning. Not even any water. So I'm really looking forward to my coffee. So if you're the sort of person that's like me and Dean and Stan and Harlequin, just enjoy being out here like you would if you were here, even though I'm talking over it. So yeah, that's what comments are for. If you'd like a completely silent dawn patrol where I just make coffee and you just see footage of someone making coffee in the woods and sitting there, that's cool too. But there again, you could just hit mute. But there again, you wouldn't get the bird song. So. Comments in the descriptions. Well, leave a comment in the comments section. It's YouTube. So that's the coffee ready. If you're at all interested, the stove I'm using is a Bush Buddy and a tin can stove. Just use an ordinary Coke tin. There's loads of instructionals on the internet. The Bush Buddy stove is one of the original wood gasifier stoves. You can use a cheaper wood gasifier stove. They're about 10 quid. The cafetiere is a stainless steel double-walled insulated cafetiere. Both of these things I've had for about 10 or 15 years, so that speaks to their quality. The stainless steel cafetieres are the business if you want to make coffee out in the woods, in my opinion. They weigh a bit more. They cost about 20 quid. But given that this one is, at least I inherited it from my mum, so really we're talking the things are probably about 20 years old. And my mug is a Cafe Direct, I think. Mug, you can get them on, they normally come with a filter, but I've dispensed with that because it wasn't a very good filter. But the mugs weigh nothing and they kind of last forever unless you actually set them on fire. So yeah. And my pot is a Primus pot. I was going to bring out my titanium pot, but yesterday when I was packing, this was the one I found. I've had those for about 15 years. So yeah. So that's my coffee kit, just in case you're interested. Cheers, everybody. Yep, so that's largely going to be episode 1 of Dawn Patrol. I would like to know what you think about it, whether you think it's worth, you know, making more of them, perhaps with a little bit more philosophy early in the morning. Maybe you want a thought for the day type thing. If you've ever listened to Radio 4, at about 10 o'clock in the morning they do a thought for the day. But if you just want me to come out and have a cup of coffee or be completely quiet, so you've got like a little Zen meditation thing that you can lock into, knowing that, you know, you've theoretically got some company, whatever, you know, this is I just thought it would be fun to get out really early in the morning, make the most of the day. If like me, you like you know, just being out in the woods when it's quiet. I mean, it's not terrifically quiet because, as you can hear, there's a train line fairly near here. It's a very nice bit of woodland. You can see that in the background. It's as green as I can find without tons of litter being thrown around by thoughtless people. And yeah, and I could get depressed about the litter that's in the woods, but essentially human beings are going to do what human beings do, and you could drive yourself mad trying to stop them. And it is good coffee. And yeah, it's not your fault. You know, when you look around at the world and you think, right, this is completely messed up, you know, even if you, you know, can't reconcile the messed upness of the world, or even if you can't reconcile, you know, the fact that people litter or trying to destroy the planet from underneath you, you can always make a tiny, you know, space, or a tiny piece of artwork, or a tiny, you know, example of your own creativity that has an atom of beauty inside it. You know, the wonderful thing about humans is that we're capable of abstract thought. So the way the world is isn't your fault. The way you interact with it is your choice. And I hope you enjoy the vid. If you want to see anything else, I did try and include a bit of kit porn for people out there that kind of normally watch my channel, but anybody that's been wild camping with me has seen my setup so many times because it just works. So, you know, get yourself out in the morning, give yourself a slightly different environment in which to have your quiet moments of the day. And it's really important. That's why there's 5 minutes of just birdsong and live footage, just so you can chill out and regain some of the majesty that it is to be a human on planet Earth at this time. You know, and I don't want to be born any earlier particularly. I'm quite happy with the time zone I'm born in, because I can occasionally do things like this, and I can share it with what a lot of people would consider to be disposable technology. The iPhone that I'm shooting this on was passed on to me. All I had to do was learn how to use it. The gimbal that I'm using, which I'm very pleased with, is let's get me more in frame, was a refurbished model, and it's brilliant. So yeah, I mean, fair enough, I did buy the microphone new, but some things you can't really buy second hand and expect a good long amount of usage for them. So yeah, I'm going to end with just a little panoramic shot, and it's going to be handheld because I'm still sitting here drinking my coffee, but I hope you've enjoyed a really quiet video. And if you don't want to listen to me talk at all, the timestamp for the 5 minutes where I don't say anything and it's just birdsong and natural sounds will be in the description below when I've edited it all together. So yeah, thanks for joining me on Dawn Patrol.